with experience, I've learned that I could play around until the super heavyweight doesn't want to play around anymore.
All right, man, we're here in Richmond, Virginia, and just got done with an awesome session. We're over at Revolution BJJ in Richmond, Virginia, and flew up here super early. Got up at like 3 o'clock in the morning in Tampa, caught a flight, got up here, drove as fast as we could, and landed over here, went straight into a gi session. And man, I had a lot of fun. Had a lot of my employees, not a lot, but a handful of employees, black belts to orange belts, come from Dallas and Oklahoma and different parts of the United States, and nothing but smiles and compliments. You got a great environment here. I just wanted to compliment it on that before I keep complimenting you on your guard retention. I had great jiu-jitsu I saw. But we're here for your story, man. You know, so tell the people your name and, you know, a little bit about how you started jiu-jitsu, and let's start it that way.
All right. Well, my name is Daniel Charles Frank. I actually started jiu-jitsu in South Korea. I was teaching English over there and got bored with going out and drinking with my friends on the weekends. So I actually answered an ad in the newspaper that said jiu-jitsu. Didn't even look it up. There was no YouTube at that time, so I didn't even see videos. And then kind of watch and repeat until I learned Korean. I had order Gracie books and learn from like Hoyler and Henzo's like theory and technique book, and kind of old school jiu-jitsu back in 2002. And then after 10 years there, getting a brown belt, I moved here to Richmond and found this place, Revolution BJJ. And like I was saying earlier, we were that small mat all the way down there in 2012, and since then we've grown to about 400 students, 3 mats. We're open 7 days a week, like kind of nonstop, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. all the time.
Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was saying before, I went in the wrong side almost because it takes up half the plaza. Yeah. That's awesome. You guys slowly took over more buildings? Is that what happened?
Yeah. So we started with just like one unit and could comfortably fit maybe 30 people in there. And as we grew and grew and kind of outgrew the spot, we just crept up this plaza, and it's a good spot, like great people here, good kids program, a good Muay Thai program, but a huge jiu-jitsu program with judo, wrestling, gi and no gi, everything involved.
Nice. Obviously, a lot of jiu-jitsu people are going to be watching this video, and so are coaches. What do you think is a testament to that large of a gym and the growth, and what do you think was your guys' key to success here for that?
Probably culture. I think me and the other owners, Andrew Smith and Trey Martin, kind of have gone to different gyms throughout our career. So teaching everywhere, teaching on all the continents, going to gyms, finding the good and the bad. So the things we didn't like that we had, and tried to keep those away. Like we hated going to gyms and then being like, man, I might have ringworm now because they don't clean up. So we made ourselves like, we're gonna clean up after every single session. Sick of going to the gyms that the colors were just like, you're going to a gym where everybody's just gonna beat you down. And I was like, let's make light colors, white, orange, have some reggae music playing, and have like a good culture going the whole time.
Nice.
And that kind of gets the jiu-jitsu flowing, I think.
And it's interesting that you mentioned cleanliness first,
Yeah.
because like my lady, my wife, and I know a couple of my other friends and black belts' wives, is that they will absolutely judge a place the minute they walk in on its cleanliness and their bathroom.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a good key point for sure too, that there are people who would just absolutely not sign up because of that.
Yeah.
So compounding the fact, I just asked, what do you think is the key to success for the other people watching the video? The first thing you said was cleanliness, so
Yeah.
I hope they listen to that. That's really cool. So you came here 10 years after, you said, and then you were a brown belt at the time still?
I was a brown belt, came here, I was still competing, IBJJF, PANS, Worlds, a lot of that in the late 2000s, 2010, 11, 12, maybe 13 and on. I've been local, doing Toro Cup down in Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, US Grappling, and then now AGF.
Yeah, awesome. Did you gain any accolades over the years?
I mean, doing super fights and stuff like that, winning, taking third at the Pans a couple times in Masters division. So
Nice.
I did
How old are you
okay.
now? How old are you now?
44.
44.
Yeah.
Moving great, still good. No major injuries or surgeries.
Yeah, pretty good. 145 pounds, like still going out and doing my best.
Yeah, that looked awesome. Are you married, kids, anything like that?
Yeah, my wife actually works up here. She's one of our receptionists. No kids. We do have a kids program here with like 75 kids, so
Adopt a kid program.
Yeah, I get to take care of them for a little bit and then give them back, which is probably the
grandparent
best
way.
one, yes.
It's the grandparent's way. That's awesome. So you got a large school here, and like you said, you have a lot of large numbers and all that kind of good stuff. Would you consider this a highly competitive school? Do you get a lot of competitors out of this school, or is this more a self-defense, MMA?
I'd say it's mostly a jiu-jitsu school. You're gonna have about 10% being competitors. So I really like competing. Andrew Smith has also competed a whole lot. So has Trey Martin. And then them owning U.S. Grappling previously, like we encouraged competition. But then you have hobbyists and you have competitors. You have people who want self-defense or judo or nogi. So we encourage competition, but we don't mandate it. So people do jiu-jitsu for different reasons. So we're here to help them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which way it is. That's awesome. How many of you guys going into AGF tomorrow with?
I think 36 competitors from this academy, and then we have another academy, Revolution BJJ Ashland, with about 20 competitors coming from there.
Oh, you guys are looking for a team title tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there you go. And who's the instructor over at the other school?
Jarrett Church and Keith Park now are running the school over in Ashland, and then we have Trey Martin and John Kilmer running our downtown school, and then Tyler Smith, Andrew Smith, myself, and then we have plenty of instructors teaching at all of our locations.
Do you guys run any kind of because it's a large school, do you guys run like an instructor program, or you just pick and select, or?
Well, usually we have an internship. So when I came from Korea, I was already teaching regularly there. But when I came here, we have an internship program for our intro courses. So when somebody comes in and they want to teach, they are the uke for 4 8-week sessions. So 30 weeks of just being the uke, and then 30 weeks of them teaching the opposite day while they get critiqued. And then 30 weeks of them teaching while they get critiqued and they run the show. And usually it takes a year and a half to take an instructor or a student, turn them into an instructor. But we usually start them after purple belt when they're pretty serious about it. By the time they're brown, close to black, they're ready to teach.
Nice. You have anyone out of here that have been on your mats and then ended up becoming an instructor and making a career for themselves out of it?
Oh yeah, definitely. So now we are, one of my students, Tyler Smith, has come from white belt up to black belt, and now he's teaching a majority of our classes.
Awesome.
And then we have a brown belt, Dylan Martin, who came to us as a child's belt, green belt, and now he is regularly at every IBJJF, going for gold in the brown belt, and just finished the internship. So it's about making more instructors and then just spreading out.
Yeah, I mean that's gotta feel good too when you create one white to black and then now he's teaching them.
Yeah.
Right?
And I mean, we have a kid, Braxis Scarberry, who is orange and white belt right now, and since he was 5, he told me he wanted a job here teaching jiu-jitsu. So I was like, get your black belt and then I'll give you a job.
There you go. And that's cool that the kid has aspirations that young.
Yeah, at 5, he's 12 now, and
Still
he's
saying
here every single day. Yeah, so
oh nice.
I told him he's closer and closer to the black belt, so now I could give him a job when he could legally work for me.
We did a bunch of drill rounds, and then we did some free roll rounds today, and I didn't get a chance to roll with you, but I watched you roll a few times with other guys, and I thought you had amazing guard retention.
Thank you.
I didn't see all of your game, of course, but I saw a few spots where I was impressed from one black belt to another on your guard retention. You got any stories behind that, or secrets, or someone who, or what's the reasoning? It just seems like nobody can hold you down, almost, you know?
Yeah, being 145 pounds, I love doing the absolute division, and I love going against the super heavyweights. But then, with experience, I've learned that I could play around until the super heavyweight doesn't want to play around anymore. So I started playing lapel guard, worm guard, all of that, which I love playing, but then mix that with pancake guard and a lot of guard retention. I don't want to be stuck under side control, especially under somebody who's 220 pounds. So I need to prevent that early, and early prevention puts me in a good position to sweep, come up, start scoring, and start winning.
Nice. I was curious, I asked that, you will get that answer sometimes from small guys. You know, I had to find the holes against the big guys.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if it was perhaps something from Korea or whatnot with that mat room.
Yeah, well, I would say most Koreans were closer to my size than bigger American size.
I didn't want to say that and sound wrong, so I'll let you say it.
Yeah, so I'd say they have a guard-heavy game there, but then I've trained with a lot of the Korean judo players that are just fantastic. So they'll light you up on the feet, but then they're also great guard passers. But I would say it was a heavy guard school, and then learning here from Andrew Smith, who is a great guard player, kind of influenced my game a whole lot. And then, like, I watch Hoffa and Guy Mendez. I watch a lot of Leandro Lowe, and I love playing guard. I know it's a well-rounded game. I play an effective offensive guard, so I play it to use it to come up and then take it to my opponents.
Nice. I noticed you were in multiple divisions tomorrow, and when you emailed me, because it was me that you were emailing, you asked to be against the heavyweight. I'll fight this guy, I'll fight that guy. As you've gotten to your mid-40s, have you found yourself losing gas in the middle of the tournament, or are you still good with your cardio all the way to that last match?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
I kind of exercise like a maniac, so I'm in here from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. If I'm not training jiu-jitsu, I'm working out. So I still have it in me, so I might as well keep competing while I still have it. So I've been competing since 24, I'm 44. I still feel good going out competing against adults. And eventually I'll give it up, but at that point it'll be just dedicate myself to coaching a little bit more. But
So the wheels fall off.
yeah, well now I feel uninjured, so and I feel good, so I might as well go out and use it while I can.
Yeah, I mean, I was jealous watching you because, you saw me today. I rolled a little bit and I have a knee problem. And, every older guy, and younger guys can too, every old guy tends to have some kind of ailment through the years. And you can see the guys that are injury-free or, have worked out extra and got some injury prevention and have survived in the game longer. So
Yeah.
I think it's good advice to other grapplers as well, too. I was talking to some of the younger grapplers today. I was like, I saw them make a movement. I'm like, man, it's either going to pop your leg or it's going to hurt someone else. That's not a forever technique. You should,
Yeah.
So, well, tell the guys maybe your website, any sponsors, any last comment, or where they can find you at.
Yeah, well, definitely check us out here anytime. Richmond, Virginia, Revolution BJJ. This is our headquarters at Staples Mill. You could always check us out, revolutionbjj.com. You'll find us on social media, but we also have Richmond BJJ downtown and Revolution BJJ Ashland about 20 minutes away. Toro BJJ makes some beautiful rash guards and gis that I wear all the time, so I love representing them anytime I go to great places like American Grappling Federation. And I'll be there tomorrow, bringing a big team. We love going there. You guys put on a good show, and we love supporting you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.